What is going on, Odd Squad? It's your boy Bleed from JustBleed MMA. And of course, I got my man AlMac in the house. What's going on, AlMac?
It's pretty late here, but I'm ready to talk some fights and stuff like that. It was a pretty good night, better than the last few. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to talk about this. Not the greatest, but not that bad of a fight card. It was pretty entertaining. What did you think about it? Rating it from 1 to 10.
Man, well, I tell you what, from an entertainment standpoint, we didn't have like the biggest names on this card. It's not like it was, the casuals were swarming to watch this one, but all in all, man, I'd have to give it like an 8 out of 10 probably as far as excitement when you're rating the entire card. But as far as betting, I got to give it a 9 out of 10, man. I really slayed this one. Went
Yeah,
8-2 on picks, did really good on bets, man. I got to give props to the whole crew, man, on the Friday show. All of us, my man Cody Saftik, MMA Prediction Guru, MMA Lock of the Night, and myself, we were all on Glover Teixeira. So to cap off the night with a plus 200 underdog winner, man, could it get any sweeter? And what a fight, man. That fight was super exciting. We had some really good fights on this card, man. The prelims were off the charts, but yeah, great main card, and I can't wait to get into it. First fight of the night, we had Xiaonan Yan get the unanimous decision win over Claudia Gadelha. And I got to tell you what, man, another fight that I kind of saw going exactly how it went. I was very confident Xiaonan Yan was just going to be too much for Gadelha at this point. Gadelha just hasn't been the same fighter in my eyes. I figured she'd go out there, get a takedown or two, but we've seen this in recent fights, man. She abandons the takedown. It's just too exhausting. She doesn't go out there and get it. And I figured the latter the fight got, the more, Gadelha was going to try and stand with Xiaonan Yan, and that's just not the way to go in this fight. And sure enough, Xiaonan Yan wins at least the last two rounds, maybe even won the first round off her back. Honestly, got taken down twice in that first round, but landed some really good shots off her back. Regardless, though, clearly won the last two rounds, cashed up for me big. Great play. Yeah, I'm very cautious when it comes to women's MMA. I felt really good about this spot for Xiaonan Yan, and it's going to be very exciting to see what she does in the future. How'd you do on this one, man? What'd you think?
I bet the under here, but to be honest, it was one of those bets where even with me losing, I'm gonna make that bet every single time. It was like plus 250. I got it plus 235 some places. It's one of those things where when you get to strawweight with women's MMA, like yes, these fights do tend to go the distance more than not. But if you're getting plus 225, plus 230 in that range, I just thought that Yan Xiaonan was going to get a stoppage here, and it looked like she was. I think Dominic Cruz said it perfectly when he said that both these women, one of them looks like they want to be there, and the other one just looks like they're there because they have to be. It didn't look like Claudia had any answer, and she wasn't trying to win the fight. She was just trying to get through it, and it looked like it was one of those tactical things where, Shannon kind of, eased off a little bit where I think if she pressed a little harder, she probably could have got the finish. But yeah, it's one of those things where, look, I'll never claim to be an MMA expert. I would give the title to you guys, to Cody and Guru and Lock of the Night and Clint. But I do claim to be an odds expert and a gambling expert and an expert on the odds. And it's just how I feel about this one. I was on the under, and I'd make that bet every single time, only at straw weight, just because I feel like, those women are more powerful and, those fights have more of a chance of ending. So yeah, it was a pretty entertaining fight. I was pretty disappointed that they made that fight the first fight of the main card, because I feel like that fight could have been higher up on the card. But yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, they had to do a little bit of adjusting on the lineup because we lost Brendan Allen and Ian Heinisch. So I can't remember if that was always going to be the first fight on the main card or if that was going to be the headliner prelim. I can't remember off the top of my head, but either way, fight that I saw pretty much going how it went. The next fight of the night, we had Giga Chikadze get the KO TKO with the head kick to ground and pound over Jamie Simmons, the debuting fighter. man, I got to tell you guys what, Giga Chikadze, a guy that when he came into the UFC, I wasn't overly hyped on, wasn't too high on, thought, he didn't really have the skill set necessary to fight in the UFC. But I really felt like this guy's grown. We've seen so much better out of this guy. I was vastly impressed in his last fight against Omar Morales. That was only 4 weeks ago. Comes in here against Jamie Simmons, man, a very undersized guy, taking the fight on very short notice. I had Giga Chikadze outright parlayed. I got him when it opened up at -500. The guy went off at -1,000. So a -500, you say to yourself, how are you ever getting any value there? I honestly felt like this spot, at -500, you were getting value. And to go off at -1,000, I mean, I beat the freaking line by -500. When is that ever going to happen again? Sure enough, he goes out there, man, sets up, they call it the Giga kick, right? He sets up this kick that he's known for, will work you to the body, sets it up to perfection, man. Hits Jamie with a good shot to the body. You see the hands come down, the guard comes down, trying to protect the body of Jamie Simons. What does he do? Goes right upstairs with the head kick, puts him down, finishes with a little ground and pound. First round, easy money. Giga Chikadze gets it done. What'd you think of this one? Uh-oh, are you there, Al? I think we lost Al. Let's see if we can get him back here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lost Al. Oh, no. All right. Well, it looks like it might just be me on this one. We'll see if Al can reset and get back in here. But, yeah, man, overall, a really good fight. Very short fight, action-packed. Giga Chikadze had yet to find the finish at any point in the UFC. He gets it tonight over a very underqualified opponent. Is what it is, man. Giga Chikadze rolls on. We got to get him someone close to the top 15 in this next matchup, though. Jamie Simmons, that's an absolute layup, and he made it look like one. Okay, so next fight of the night, we had Raoni Barcelos going up against Khalid Taha. Yeah, man, another one that I felt very, very confident in. Going into that one, I actually had Raoni Barcelos in my parlay of the week. I give away a free parlay every week on my channel, JustBleed MMA. This week was Romanov, Raoni Barcelos, and Giga Chikadze. If you wanted to go 2 legs, I had Romanov, Barcelos. Felt very confident both guys would win. Felt like it was a puncher's chance on either side. And then I also had Giga Chikadze in there. So cashed with ease. Serious roll, man. I'm cashing these parlays that I'm giving away. It's been a serious roll. I'm on a great run right now. Really loving it. But, man, great fight. Absolutely action-packed fight. Raoni Barcelos goes in there, gets it done. Honestly, got me a little bit worried at points. Kind of stood there in the pocket with Taha, which, was giving Taha the chance to win the fight. Didn't matter, man. Raoni Barcelos, too damn good, too damn slick with the striking. Multiple times had Taha almost out of there. But nonetheless, they make it to decision. What are you going to do? Raoni Barcelos looks phenomenal. 33 years old as a bantamweight. He's got to get the fights in. He's got to get it done right now. We need to see this guy get matched up with somebody who can legit give this guy a challenge. Because right now, no one I mean, his last fight was against Nurmagomedov. Which one was it? I don't know. We got a lot of Said Nurmagomedov, right? A very tough matchup. He gets it done, gets the win there, gets the win here against Khalid Taha, another very dangerous guy, a black belt in his own right. Man, Raoni Barcelos cashes for me big. Great stuff. Loved every second of it. Hey, I see you guys in the chat, man. Shout out to my man, Danny Sejo. We got Joshua Bloor, JS Eric Preston. I see you guys. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, that takes us up to the co-main event of the evening. We had Andrei Arlovsky with the unanimous decision over Tanner Boser. Man, this was really disappointing, man. Tanner Boser, the big favorite. I want to say he was sitting around a -250, 275 when it dropped, but man, he was like a -400 by the time this fight goes off. Oh, I tried to ring the alarm bells, man. I tried to let people know. This fight was riskier than a lot of other fights in the exact same range because Tanner Boser was going to go out there and give Andrei Arlovsky the fight he wanted. He was going to go out there, fight at boxing range. And man, Arlovsky just gets it done. I figured that Boser would land the more quality shots that have more volume. Well, he definitely had more volume, but the problem is Arlovsky landed the far cleaner shots, the far better headshots. But I got to be honest, man, the amount of significant strikes, the amount of strikes in general Arlovsky landed was somewhere in like the 30 range, which might be the least amount of strikes I've ever seen someone total and win a fight. Totally unreal. I went and looked at the MMA media scores because I figured a lot of more people would have this fight scored for Boser. Most people had it for Arlovsky. So I saw some people want to act like Boser got robbed. I don't think so, man. It was a pretty close fight. Personally, I scored the leg kicks pretty well. I think they were making a difference in the fight. I honestly think Tanner Boser probably landed more leg kicks in the fight than Andrei Arlovsky landed strikes in total. So I guess it really came down to what do you value a leg strike as? Personally, for me, I think Boser did enough to edge it. I think Boser probably won a 29-28, but you can't scream robbery. You can't be mad. It is what it is. Andrei Arlovsky gets it done doing Andrei Arlovsky stuff. You just cannot count this guy out yet. He's game, man. He's a gamer. So all three judges unanimous decision, though. I thought for sure it'd be at least a split, but is what it is, man. What are we going to do? That was your co-main event. Where do we go from there? I don't know, man, but Andrei Arlovsky is the plus 300 underdog. Cash is one of the few underdogs we've had. We've only had 2 underdogs in the last 2 weeks. Cash, Robert Whittaker, barely as an underdog at basically a plus 100. Then we had Thiago Moises at about a plus 225 last week. Cash, damn, man. Andrei Arlovsky comes up big as a big underdog. But I tell you what, man, you want to talk big underdogs. In the main event of the evening, Glover Teixeira finds the submission, the rare naked choke over Thiago Santos in round 3, 1 minute, 49 seconds in. Unbelievable stuff. Your regular run-of-the-mill Glover Teixeira, which he's just the wildest dude in the game. I mean, Glover Teixeira, how does he get the fight to the ground? Easy. You rock him and set him down. It's just unbelievable. This happens consistently. This guy eats huge shots, gets hurt very bad, dives in on your legs, gets you down, or in what happened in the finishing sequence of this fight, gets rocked and sat down, and Thiago Santos makes the greatest strategic error possible in following Glover Teixeira, a hurt Glover Teixeira to the ground. We've seen it happen time and time again. Glover Teixeira gets hurt, goes to the ground, guys get on top of him. Within 30 seconds, he's reversed position. He's on top of you. He's beating you. You're turning over. You're giving up the back, and he's choking you out, man. Glover Teixeira, the 41-year-old old man. It was a great night for old men. I mean, in the co-main and main event, a combined age of 82 years old. Both huge underdogs get it done. Again, props to the Odds Squad, baby. My man, MMA LOTN, MMA Prediction Guru, Cody Saftik, and myself, all on the Friday show. Clean sweep, unanimous. We all had Glover Teixeira, okay? This was a serious anomaly in the book. So plus 200 Glover Teixeira makes absolutely no sense. We exploited it. We took advantage. It comes through, albeit a sweat. You know, Thiago had his moments, man, and Glover took it just like we all pretty well envisioned. Goes out there, gets it done. So pretty phenomenal fight, man. It's just a great card as far as action goes. Where do we go from here? Glover Teixeira wants that title shot. Okay. We got Israel Adesanya lined up to take on Jan Blachowicz. I think Dana White might be thinking about it. I really do. I think there's a chance that Glover Teixeira could jump in, but man, I'm not really thinking so. I feel like the Adesanya Blachowicz fight's so much bigger at this point, but my goodness, it feels like Glover Teixeira deserves this fight. And I'll be dead honest, man. Glover Teixeira versus Jan Blachowicz. Glover will be the underdog again, and do not count this guy out. What could be more 2020 than Glover Teixeira defeating Jan Blachowicz for the 205-pound title? I don't know. Sounds right on par for the course to me, though. It's been crazy times. The dogs have not been barking, but boom, big dog in the main event, big dog in the co-main event. Maybe the dogs are back. I guess we'll see. So there you go, folks. That's your wrap on the main card. Check us out on Monday, Clint, the Die Hard MMA podcast. Me and the guys will be going live this Tuesday, covering live Tuesday Night Contender Series. And then, of course, always check the Friday show. Me and the gang getting it done, getting these picks, making this money. I hope it was a very profitable card for you. I'm telling you guys right now, man, if you tailed us on that Friday show, you made a lot of money tonight. Just straight up. You had to have. We were on fire. We killed it. Again, I went 8-2 on picks. Just killed the bookies tonight. Hope you guys made some profit too. We'll catch you next time.